Hey guys, welcome back to Chat with Charlie. For my special guest today, we have Jasmine Dean. So, big ups for repping New Zealand and say hello to everyone.
Hi guys.
Yeah, so we were just talking before. Although I'm originally from Australia, I have a lot of family and friends in New Zealand or from New Zealand. So, big ups to all you guys. I know a lot of people may have heard you're actually in lockdown 4 right now. So,
Yep,
how's that been
yep,
for
we
you
sure
guys?
are. Yeah, it's kind of like weird. I mean, like Auckland's been in and out of lockdown a couple of times, but
Mm,
like the rest of New Zealand hasn't. They've kind of been like I don't want to say normal, but like,
mm,
pretty normal. And so then when we went into lockdown, which is Tauranga, my city,
mm.
we kind of were like, oh shit, because we only had like a few hours before everything was going to close down. And
Yeah,
so we're like, okay, we're going to go get stuff. We like went to the fast food places because,
yeah.
priorities. And that was literally it, like a few hours. And people that wanted to get back home, they had, I think, 48 hours. But yeah, it was really weird
Mm.
because we hadn't been in lockdown since May last year, and that was only for a month. And then Auckland a couple of times, and yeah, Aussie's been in and out of lockdown as well. It's so crazy because it's like you're my
Yeah,
cousin, but it's like we're so different as well.
I
It's
know.
crazy.
Yeah, because like like I was saying before, I'm originally from Brisbane, and
Yeah,
to be fair, Queensland's been all right for coronavirus. I know, like at the moment, Sydney and Melbourne are going through it, especially Sydney. I mean, come on, that's looking like what was over in the UK. It's starting to get like that, and
and
it's just like a different world. Like
yeah,
I'm fortunate. Like I've done. Like you guys have had gigs, haven't you, in New Zealand? You've had live
yep,
shows, you've had music for like the past like 16, 18 months, whatever it's been now. Um, like I've been fortunate to have done a couple of shows. When did I do them? In England since lockdown, like last month and the month before. But I'm only got my first show back in Wales on Friday, so this is probably the day after this comes out. So
oh,
yeah,
exciting.
I know,
Oh, are you
but
nervous?
not really. It's weird. I always rehearse loads. I love performing as well. Like I just went through the
Mm,
set quickly before this, and like actually I know this better than I thought. But I'm so bloody busy these days. But
yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, nah. It's weird though, because like how you found like creating, because you've still obviously still been open. You still got the chance to experience. I mean, obviously not now, but those experiences to sort of influence your music. So how's that gone for you? Like still being like the free world, like.
It's it's really cool, but it's like you just feel different to the rest of the world, It's crazy because, you're having conversations with people all the time, like on the other side of the world, and they're like, New Zealand's so great, and you can do this, you can do this. And because we live here, we don't think it's such a big thing, because we're
Mm.
not going through it. But yeah, it's been it's been crazy. But yeah, the influence is like we've had so many festivals and so many things even in the same month, and it's been really cool. It gets you kind of like more inspired, I think,
Yeah,
to kind of have that active musicness going around. But now that
yeah,
everything's stopped, I don't know how long we'll be. I mean, they said probably we'll be in lockdown until Friday, but I mean,
mm.
you don't really know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. They always seem to change the rules and stuff. But
Yeah,
this is same here. I think everybody's who's like listening now know like here in the UK just before like Christmas, they're like, oh, Christmas will be fine, and then they're like, actually, nah, you're not going to be fine for Christmas. And it was like the game was like
and
12 hours. But yeah, that was an interesting you said though about like you speaking to people in different parts of the world, because I remember when you hit me up for the first time on Twitter, and I remember this because
yeah.
it was unique. I know there's other artists and stuff that are watching here. Firstly, don't go into people's DMs and just say, "Hey, check out my music," because
Oh, bro.
what you did, you sent a video. You sent a video of your face, you're like, "Hey, thank you for giving me a follow. Thanks, check out music. Appreciate it. Big love from New Zealand or something." I was just like, "Wow, this is it. This is different." Like,
Yes. Okay, cool. Now I know. The reason I do that is because I like it to be personal.
yeah,
I get so many like, I get a like, you know how it's like copy and paste, but it's like, oh, hey bro, check out like my things, or hey fam, and it's like, um,
Mm.
sorry, just like a simple like tweak of like a message, like you can fool me, but just make it believable, you know.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was really important to do personal things because I would like that, you know, and I just feel like just having seen someone's face and hearing someone's voice is just a lot more. I feel like people are going to interact and engage with it a little bit more, you
100%.
know, than just a text message.
Mm.
But yeah, that's just what I like to do sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel privileged then if it's not an every time thing. I've got the special Jasmine Dean video. Hello. But
Yeah,
like,
next time will cost you, man.
oh yeah, that's funny. But nah, it is an interesting one as well because I forget where I was reading it, but when it comes to communication, there's a lot more things than just like what's written. I think the written stuff's only like 30%, but then there's like your facial expressions, your mannerisms, just your tonality, your voice. Like that's why like I prefer to send like voice messages. This is the thing. I think voice messages actually tend to be quicker than typing out a lot of the time.
Yes, yeah, I know. I mean, that's a simple trick as well. But you know,
Yeah.
you want to be like, no, I did it for, you know, I wanted to be personal, but really, it's just easier.
But the thing I find annoying is like I'll be somewhere, like I'll be in my house in my like in my room or something, and I'll record a few voice messages to someone, and then I might go
Yeah,
downstairs and I'm sitting with my family, and then they send voice messages back, and I don't have my headphones on me, and I'm just like, I can't really listen right now, you know. Or
yeah,
I'm in work and I want to check my phone because as far as my boss is concerned, I don't do this. But if I'm in the middle of a shift and I'm checking my phone, and like I see someone sent me a voice message, I'm just like, I'm in work. But then I send
yeah,
them a voice message first, so they sort of feel like doing it back, and I'm like, oh.
yeah. I know. Like sometimes you can be real quiet and listen to it up to your ear, but
uh,
then you've got a message back, and then people look at you like, what are you doing?
I know.
So
It's one of them ones. I'll be like times where I'll be on my phone, like I'm like, oh crap, and then like there'll be some guy who'll just come out of nowhere and he's just standing by the till. And the thing is, they don't ask, they just sort of just look at you, like you just sort of like
yeah,
they just sort of go like this, and then they look at the till and they go like, and I'm just like, okay, I know what you mean, but ah, but yeah, but that's the thing. I think when I know people try to like over almost spiritualize it. It's like I like your energy, I like your vibe, and all these things. And I do
do you know
sort of
what's gone?
go
Sorry,
on.
you go. Sorry, I just go.
And I do feel that, to be fair, because there are some people that I just really, really, really vibe with. But I think that is just down to communication. Like when you see, like again, this is like face to face in a sense. I know my camera's at a weird angle, but it is sort of face to face. But if I was sat in a room with you, you get even more of that. Like there might be things I'm doing with the rest of my body, like my sort of my nipples down that you can't really like. My feet might be doing weird things, and you might be like, oh. But it's all to do with communication. That's the thing.
Mm. Yeah, 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 for sure. I think also because like you can tell, like you know, I like well, you can just tell like people looking your like your. It's really hard to explain like without sounding really weird, but like you can just recognize,
Mm.
you know. And also another thing is that when someone's feeling the vibe, the vibe
The
is
vibe.
that they sort of point towards you or sit towards you, or like they their body language opens towards you a bit more.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool. And especially like because I do psychology, so it's like really interesting to kind of see all this stuff in action. And it gets hard not to be like, oh, that's the reason that happens, and oh, that person's doing that thing, and
Yeah, just sort of overreading everything. But I don't know if it's
yeah,
I like I again I'm not sure if it's the same with you, but I find like a lot of my biggest fans, like the biggest supporters of me, they're all people that I've actually met in person, and we've had that interaction face to face. And it's like they know me. Like I feel like that is where it comes from. Again, I'm not sure if it's the same with you, but I think that's part of it as well.
mm, um, well, like okay, you have your parents, and you have your family and stuff, and they're like super supportive.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like I've actually found
Mm.
outside people to be more supportive, and I don't know whether that's a thing of like they don't believe in you or don't believe in stuff or whatever. I don't know, but I find that I have gotten more support outside of the country
Oh wow,
and
wow.
outside of my circle and whatnot. Like I do have a few that are really supportive and they always ask and stuff like that, but like it's mostly worldwide now.
Yeah.
But that's fine with me. Like I mean, when I was younger, I was like, oh my God, hey. But like now I'm just like, you know, it's whatever. Like I appreciate any love I get, you know, and I've gotten, you know, I've gotten gifts and shit, and I'm like, oh my God, like, are you serious? Like for me, like it's just, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I find personally worldwide.
Yeah, and again, like, I get that. I think directly where I am, I feel that, but it's like people who I've met along my journeys and travels, as it were. Like if I've bumped into people, if I've done a gig in
Oh,
like
yeah.
slightly further afield, and they see me perform, and like they've actually seen me in person and got that vibe, I feel it makes a difference. But to be fair, I have started.
Right.
I get what you mean with the not believing you thing. Like I was at work yesterday, and some guy's like, "Oh, I make 600 quid a week working at Amazon." He's like, "You should join." And I know like Amazon warehouse and all that is loads of, it's a pain. It's a lot of hard work. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, nah, I get paid to do rap verses." And then this guy like he literally like looking at me like, is he on crack or something? Like,
It's probably because he doesn't know that can happen.
I know.
Like
There
a
you
lot of
go.
people don't believe in things, so they don't think it can happen. But you know, once they see it happening, they're like, oh my God, you know, wow, you're so amazing.
Yeah, it was like, oh, how come I can't do this? It's like, show me,
Yeah.
show me. It's like you didn't care before, but now,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
yeah, nah, it's good. But I was gonna say, back to the internet thing as well. Do you know? This feels like a shameless plug. I'm like, do you know Carl Beats, the guy who does the drip plugin, and he's a producer.
No.
All right. Anyway, he's got like 500,000 followers on YouTube, and he did a video with like Fiverr rappers, and
Oh, real?
yeah, he bought my verse as one of the rappers, and
Oh, wait, you posted it, right?
yeah, I did post about this. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and
Okay, I remember.
like I've gotten like 40 subscribers in the past week just from that video.
Cool, man. That's dope.
Yeah, and like you'll understand. You're great at interacting with people. That's what I noticed as well. Like when it comes to replying to people, and I mean,
Yeah,
there
cry.
we go. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know the bar's not. I'm not trying to diss you here. I know the bar's not very high for internet artists to sort of interact. But as soon as you start doing a little bit of effort, it makes a huge difference. So I appreciate it, and I can see you doing that. So like
Thank
I'm
you.
there literally scrolling through all the comments on the Carl Beats video that are talking about the UK rapper, the UK guy, the last guy, or whatever. I'm just like scrolling through, replying to all of them, like blah, 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 blah. Just trying to get that
Oh,
up. Like, but yeah, you ever had anything like that where you've been put on like a big YouTube video or?
yeah, no, I don't think so. Just chilling with my own videos at the moment. I mean, that is the dream one day. But I haven't had anything blown up yet, not yet.
Okay, cool. Because for a lot of people who don't know as well, you've got a YouTube page dedicated to like just your life and stuff as well, don't you? Like you've got like vlogs and you do cooking videos and
Yes. So okay. So I have a travel lifestyle channel, which is Kiwi Chronicles. If you want to go check that out, whatever, day, whatever. And then I've got my own music page, which is like behind the music stuff, and then behind the lyrics and all that sort of stuff. Everything that can go into your EP or your music or whatever you do. So it's just behind the scenes, all that stuff. And then I've got my music and my music videos on that one too. So yeah,
nice one.
lifestyle and then a music one.
Yeah, cool. That's good. So for the people who didn't catch that, because I think it was a little bit stuttery, Kiwi Chronicles is the lifestyle one, and I think you said just the Jasmine. I mean, I will put the link to these in the video as well on YouTube and stuff. So it's your Jasmine Dean page where you have the behind the scenes and you have your music videos and stuff. So we'll make sure that happens. But
Yes.
yes, for people to follow and watch. But yeah, I always find it interesting as well because funny enough, I got you linked with my mate Isaac. Shout out Isaac,
Oh
still
yeah.
Isaac.
Shout out Isaac.
And again, like he's obviously worked pretty close with me, but I don't know his dad's name, but I don't know if I told you this. His dad had a #1 single in New Zealand.
What? When?
You didn't. You'll have to ask him. I'll have to find out. But that is.
I thought that's gonna be weird if I ask him, be like, hey, so apparently your dad had a #1 single.
No,
like it's gonna be like, where'd you get that from?
Nah, it would be fine. He actually told me at one point. He's like, oh yeah, just like let her know if she's from New Zealand. And I forgot to tell you, but yeah, his dad had a #1 in New Zealand at one point. I don't know when it was, but that is his dad's claim to fame.
What?
Yeah, I'll have to find out. Yeah, that's his
like
thing.
when? Like
it was a while back now. His dad's like obviously his dad's his dad, obviously, but so he's a bit older.
Wow.
But like he's from a musical family anyway. I think like what his family do is they sort of they provide like music for like small churches. So that's what I mean. There's jobs,
cool.
all sorts of jobs that you can be doing like music wise. Like I'm not sure how you like financially support your music career, but that's sort of how he does his. So
that's really cool. Wow. Oh my god. No, we did speak not too long ago. But yeah, I like how am I gonna just bring that up? I mean, he'll probably be real keen to like tell me, but I'm like, how do I just bring that up randomly?
No. I'll message him and let him know. If he listens to this, he'll see as well. So
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I need to know what song and like what year, and then like what genre. Was it like rock or pop?
I don't know either. I've got to find out.
Man, you need to find out. This is some juicy stuff.
I know. So yeah, big ups to Isaac. Still Isaac is his producer name, but he's also in a duo called Summer Palace. I don't know how I describe the music. It's kind of a bit hyper poppy, to be fair, but yeah.
What is hyper pop?
What is hyper pop?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like I don't know. It's hard. Hyper pop's kind of like it's like pop that's got like influence from like punk and all like trap music and all sorts. It's kind of like yeah, it's almost like the way that pop music sort of seemed to be heading at some point. I don't know if it is these days. I don't listen to radio anymore. But
no, neither really. Wow.
Yeah, so that's
interesting.
That's Isaac. But yeah, now let's say back to that. Like how do you actually fund your music career then? Like how do you financially support that?
Work, my G.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
Well, and yeah, now I study now. I'm full-time studying, so it's literally I get like this thing called Study Link, and they kind of like give you money for students. So like you get like a living allowance sort of thing. So that's how I fund that, and I just save up. But before I used to work full time in retail, so that was fun.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Oh, it's a pain, to be fair. Yeah, it's always interesting. That's like one thing I do like to ask artists, because everybody has different ways of like funding their careers, and not all of us are like fortunate enough to have like mummy and daddy's money or something to
Yep.
You know,
not rich enough for that.
Because I remember, I'm not going to call him out, there was one guy I was speaking to and he just says, oh yeah, you know, I just do some odd jobs here and there.
What?
Right, okay.
So like chores or something.
Yeah, somebody got some money there, but and then obviously other artists, they can't exactly disclose how they make their money.
Yeah.
Especially me being a hip hop artist, I think it comes with the territory.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool to know. And like your boyfriend as well, because he makes music, doesn't he?
Well, he used to. He's slowly trying to get back into it. He's doing like music with youth and stuff.
That's cool.
To try and like teach hip hop that way. But he used to be in a rap group in New Zealand, and they have a video. I could send you stuff if you're interested. But he used to be in a hip hop kind of group called Underrated, and he started off that way. And he was actually doing really good. And then he got into this new group through this music course we went into through a university here, and they were doing really well with that too. But then they all split up, and one went to the Netherlands, and one went somewhere else, and so they kind of just broke off and then didn't really do anything after that. But he actually taught me how to use Reason.
There we go. Big ups.
So, yeah.
Props to him. I mean, yeah, I think.
Yeah, we need. Sorry, man, you go.
I think you have sent me one or two of his things, and it is good. He is a good rapper. Like, big ups to him. Like, he's a talented guy. Like,
his head will be going too big. You gotta stop.
I know. He'd be like, "Oh, you got fans all the way on the other side of the world." But nah, he is good. I always find though, like, I get what you mean. There's a lot of people I know as well. They get busy with life, and then sort of music takes like the back seat of everything. But as long as he knows that, I don't know if we can get confirmation right now that if you ever go on a world tour, will you be bringing him with you to perform?
Oh, hell yeah!
Or you're just gonna have him?
Have to.
Gonna have him selling T-shirts at the stand?
Nah, he'll want to be doing a verse or something, man. He'll want to be doing something, and he'll want to like sign stuff. He'll want to sign some body parts and stuff.
Yeah, just like sign these, like, and then you'll be like,
I'll be like, you know what? Enjoy this because it's not coming home with us.
Oh, but yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, no. What's the plan for your next releases then, when it comes to singles, EPs, music?
So I'm working on it's kind of like 2 EPs really, but it'll probably just be one at the time being because I've been so busy with psych. But so I got an EP, and I don't know if you remember, but I put up a thing on Instagram about like what topics I should write about and stuff like that, and I got like about 9, and so I was like, instead of choosing one which I did with my previous single, which was When I Was a Loser, I was like, okay, I will do all 9. And so I've got about 5 from the 9, and that's the EP that's going to be this year. It's kind of just like a fans only, or a like an Instagram fan.
Whoa.
Oh, I don't know.
Whoa.
I've got to be getting more money for that.
Oh, hey.
But it's so it's just literally like their topics. I write to it, and also it's I'm getting like working with producers as well.
Yeah.
Who I'm kind of friendly with. So it's sort of like a artist mix sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then I actually have my own stuff as well. So I was meant to be 2 EPs is this year, but it'll probably just be one at the end of this year. Nice. And that's solely what I'm working on.
Cool. That's good. That's good. Yeah. It's always good to have. It's good. That's a cool idea though as well. The concept about getting your fans sort of involved to put their input, because then it also almost feels like it's their special song.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I remember I sent this idea off, and then it inspired this track. And they're like, yo.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah,
that's the
cool.
plan.
Yeah, you might have to hit them up otherwise and be like, hey, do you remember when you filled that little box in Instagram about what I should write about? Here's the song.
Well, the thing is like, they're the first ones to know anything with the song before I post about it. So it's kind of like, it's me and them working on the song together, and then I just let them hear a sample or let them hear the song before I release it, anything like that. So it's kind of just like, it's just us before we release it, so it's like a special little thing. But that's pretty much the plan anyway, because it worked so well with my last song. I was like, I'll do it again, and it worked out all good pretty much.
Cool. It's good stuff. Yeah. I've never done that, to be fair. I'll be honest, I've never done that. Maybe it's an idea to do, but I'm just so pretty busy these days with the music, like doing client work, and I'm involved with a couple of projects now as well with the Welsh music industry. Finally, for the first time in 3 years I've been here, they've finally been like, oh, we can't ignore Charlie forever. It's like, we've ignored him for 3 years. I know that sounds disrespectful, but big ups for them finally, turning their eye. Like I say, show probably tomorrow after this comes out, the Friday. There will be more shows coming as well. Like I will guarantee that. Obviously for you guys, hopefully lockdown finishes on Friday, and then you're like, cool, back to shows. you know, I don't know. Again, everyone's got different opinions on the vaccines. I'm vaccinated. Had double jabs now. How's the program going all right in New Zealand for the vaccines? Is it or?
Yeah, I think so. Everyone's been trying to get tested, and they're just, yeah, I think so, man. Like, it seems to be pretty all right, pretty on point. Yeah.
Because I think they were saying I saw a thing that said 2022 is when they're going to start letting people into New Zealand without quarantine if you double jabbed and from a safe country.
True.
I'm double jabbed. Hopefully by then, buddy, UK won't be too bad because we've got loads of cases at the moment. Just lots of people vaccinated, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's over 80% of the population are like double jabbed now, which is
true. That's pretty massive, man.
And again, no matter what people say about, again, I don't want to get too political on the vaccines and stuff, but not a lot of people are dying, so it's good. That's all I'm going to say. Like, not a lot of people dying. Whatever you think, less people dying is good. That's the way I look at it. So hopefully, you know, the numbers will have come down by like the beginning of next year. So it's like, oh, the UK is a safe country. If, you know, Charlie wants to come over, Charlie can come over, and they're gonna be like, yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, nah.
I've got to come over back over to Australia, back over to New Zealand.
You're like frozen, by the way.
Oh, it's all right. I can hear it fine in my end, which is what matters for the podcast because hopefully, yeah, you've come back now anyway. But yeah, like I was saying, it will be good to go back. I've never been to New Zealand. I want to go. I want to see all the sites, and you know, like I say, I got some friends over there. People make music with people. I think it'll be good. So.
Yes, that'd be cool. Like, whereabouts in New Zealand would you like to go? Because there is the South Island is very picturesque and landscapey, and some of the freshest air and water you'll ever smell and drink. Man, I swear to God. But North Island is more like city and like city life, pretty much. So if you're a city dude, then North Island's probably good for you. But if you like the South Island and you like skydiving and, you know, being with the wilderness, then South Island's pretty good.
Yeah. Probably, I know it's just to be a bit vague and say a bit of both, but that's the truth because like my plan when coming back to Australia was to go from like take 6 months out of a year, right? Just to be like, right, cool, I want to do some traveling. Go from like Cairns all the way down to Melbourne. But then one of my mates is like, oh, yo, there's this sick place to drive. I forget what it's called now, like in South Australia. So I'm like, oh, crap, I got to go a bit further. I got to go all the way along. And then I'm like, oh, cool, I've got mates in New Zealand as well. And I forget the name of all the towns and places they all are. But some of them are South Island, some of them are North Island. So I've realistically, while I'm close, I want to see them all. That's what I'm thinking. Right, yeah, so I think we'll probably leave it there. We've had a couple of issues with the internet, but we are back. So Jasmine, is there anything you want to just let everybody know? Where can they follow you? Where can they find you?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Jasmine Dean Official. I also have Spotify as well, which is Jasmine Dean. When I Was a Loser would take you straight to it. So those are pretty much my prime two. But yeah, come on and have a chat to me. I'd love to know who you are, and if you do listen to my music, then let me know which one you like.
There we go. And also, when things open up, if anybody wants to book an artist from New Zealand, here's an artist from New Zealand to book. So, but big ups. Thank you, Jasmine. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.